Though encouraged by many to approach Scout Day just like any other workout, these players know it is anything but that. The prospects warm up and stretch before the first test, which will be the 60-yard dash. While its purpose is to evaluate foot speed, it also gives amped-up young players a chance to outrun their nerves. After a lonely wait, a pitching prospect is called for his turn to take the mound. A coach tries to settle and focus him, laying out simple instructions. The player knows his whole day comes down to just the next few minutes. Many eyes are on him. All he can do is try to make each pitch count. When it's over, some scouts come down to make personal. A promising young baseball talent receives a call from his former high school coach, who has assumed an advisory role until the player sees fit to take on a sports agent. But wisdom would suggest...
Afternoon baseball here on the show. Today we get the ball rolling with an... Ready for another chance? Rene Barrera. He's 0 for 1 thus far. In there at the knees, strike one. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
1-2.
And that slider's almost in the dirt.
Hey, get a strikeout for us right now, baby. Let's
Here he
go.
comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Yeah, and the hitter just froze, and that off-speed pitch dropped right in there for called strike 3. You know, some young pitchers get anxious and want to attack with fastball with 2-strike count, but he has enough confidence in his stuff to go with this off-speed there. The scouts love to see that confidence and wide repertoire.
Into the windup and the pitch. Alfonso Calderon is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1.
Matt, that ball's right down the middle. It looked like he wasn't even going to offer at it. Some guys don't mind taking the first pitch, and they even feel comfortable when they're down 0-1. Well, he's out in front of that break.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Gabriel Campos is ready, and he'll take the ball from. And the score finishes 4-1 today. So that's it for us this afternoon for Harold.
As the draft nears and teams begin to identify prospects they may target, a game of dreams also becomes a game of dollars. To stand a chance in these talks, anticipation is a must. This is the game behind the game, and it needs to be played just as hard by those who want to come out on top.
Digging in once again, Gavin Sullivan. He'll lead things off here as we play the bottom of the ninth. And this is low, ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Hit in the air to shallow center. Carrara is there, and he's got that all-important first out here to start the ninth. He's ready. Here's the first off. He looks at a called strike 1. And that slider's almost in the dirt. 1 out, nobody on. Helping him out here as he swings and misses to fall behind a ball and 2 strikes. Line toward right center. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit. Dudley Lund will be summoned off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with a runner at first and 1 gone in the inning. Throw over to first, back in standing. Grounded up the first baseline. Fielded cleanly to second for 1. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Luis Reyes. Side, 2 out here in the ninth. And now this is bobbled out in center. Digging in for his second at-bat, Buster Burnett. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Scooped up on to first, and that's your ball game. 7-4 the final finish today. Harvey Grant worked only 3 innings in.
Showcases and scouting activities having wrapped up, all attention turns to the imminent main event, the MLB Draft. Having a trusted...
Welcome back to the Major League Baseball first-year player draft. We are about to start the third round, having just completed rounds 1 and 2. The first selection of the third round is officially on the clock. With the 11th pick of the third round, the Colorado Rockies select the closing pitcher from the International Region.
The awaited moment arrives. Many players will forever remember every detail of this conversation and moment. In the days and weeks that follow, teams work to come to terms with the players they have drafted and get them signed. Though encouraged by many to approach Scout Day just like any other workout. After an anxious wait, a player is called to put his plate skills on display. Scout Day coaches do what they can to ground and focus the player for a stock-defining moment. Most of these prospects have played in games that were attended by a Major League Scout or two, but today there are 41 Major League Scouts in attendance. A fielding coach preps the player to showcase his defensive skills. This will be the last chance the player has to make an impression on this day. In the big leagues, pristine defense is a must. The players know that an error-free showing would be the benchmark. A promising young baseball talent receives a call from his former high school coach, who has assumed an advisory role until the player sees fit to take on a sports agent. But wisdom would suggest a young...
Afternoon baseball. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. That's softly hit to right. Will that get down? Cochran backs up and takes care of it. 2 away. At the plate, number 19. He'll hit from the left side of the plate in this matchup.
Number 19.
First pitch on its way. That's lifted the other way out to left. Karros moves over. He's got it 1 away. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Ready for another chance.
Now batting,
Felipe Cabrera. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Cabrera.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
Hey, we got 1 out here.
2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Hops this one up. Westbrook is under it. 2 gone. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Julio Chacin, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Hit the other way out toward right field. Long run for the right fielder. He makes the catch, and tagging is the runner from second. And he'll make it up safely to third, so they're at the corners now with 2 men out. Digging in to try it again, number 19 comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Hit sharply on the ground to the left, and that's through into left, a base hit. The throw to the plate, and he can't hang on to the ball here at home plate. And to score, the runner from second. Ready once again. Elroy Holly, no hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. Now he'll step off, and he is out, retreating to second as they slap the tag on him. Striding in once again, Felipe Cabrera. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon.
Felipe Cabrera.
1 out now.
Skied into straightaway right. Waiting on it, the right fielder. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning. Digging in and looking for more. Number 19. A hit in 2 tries so far.
Get your pitch, huh? Hey, see it.
First pitch of the at-bat. High in the air out to center field. Barrios is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Ready for another shot now. Number 19. Switch hitter batting left here.
Hey, driving in. No one better right here.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. There's a ball into right center field. That's going to be a base hit. Rosales rounds third and is digging for the plate. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second, and it's a 4-1 game. But no, he puts on the brakes and will head back to first. Digging in for his second at-bat, Anthony Smart. Now a move over to first, and late reaction. hands, and they got him.
Well, this one had its moments of drama and excitement. In the end, these guys came away with the victory and look on to the next one.
As the draft nears and teams begin to identify prospects they may target, a game of dreams also becomes a game of dollars. Information is currency. A team that gets a player to name a price may gain an early upper hand in negotiation. After all, why pay more if you can pay less? And why even place an order if you suspect it may never be delivered? To stand a chance in these talks, anticipation is a must. This is the game behind the game, and it needs to be played just as hard by those who want to come out on top.
Afternoon baseball here on the show. One game for each team is in the books, and now it's on to day 2, and we've got a good matchup ahead between the prospects from the West region and the prospects representing the East. Bartolo Cardenas, a native of Minnesota, gets the starting nod. HR, what's the word on him?
Well, Matt, he throws the basic fastball, curveball, changeup, and I've always felt like the fastball, curveball, changeup was the most difficult because it gives you a different angle to look at the ball coming, a different plane on all 3 of the pitches.
Number 19 makes the catch for the out. And they are on the board. It's a sac fly and an RBI to make this a 3-1 game now. Digging in the switch hitter,
right fielder,
number 19.
Number 19.
And he's ready to take his first cuts. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. A runner at first with no outs here. Squared that one up just a little late. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Kimball will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first.
For the East.
Showcases and scouting activities having wrapped up, all attention turns to the imminent main event, the MLB Draft.
Welcome back to the Major League Baseball first-year player draft. We are about to start the third round. With the 16th pick in the third round, the New York Yankees select the right fielder from the West region.
The awaited moment arrives. Many players will forever remember every detail of this conversation and moment. In the days and weeks that follow, teams work to come to terms with the players they have.
MLB The Show has Saturday Night Baseball from Kauffman Stadium in Kansas. Digging in the switch hitter, number 19. He went deep last night twice. From the belt, the pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike one. And Harold, this Oakland ball club entering play here tonight. They come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Yeah, Matt, I mean, this is the club that's in the middle of the season now, and we've been watching them up and down. They're in third place. They got to get on a roll because you got to track 2 teams down now, kind of put themselves in a situation where can't lose many games moving forward. I'm a little surprised right now. He finds himself down 0-2, but he has been extremely hot. But the surprise is they're coming after him, even on this hot streak.
He appears to be having some issues with pitch command to start the game. He's dealing with 2 guys in that location, right down the middle, but he got away with it.
And a reach to his backhand side at second, but this finds a way by. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0. And they'll tag him out in the... Digging in for his second at-bat, Geraldo Trujillo. He'll try to get it going here to begin the fourth. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Going back is the right fielder. Out of here into the visitors' bullpen. Ready for another chance. Number 19.
And he's the reigning American League Player of the Month.
And the first pitch here is below the knees, but he gets him to chase it, and it's 0-1.
Well, they have been really aggressive swinging early in the count, early in this game, and that's twofold. You're either not going to get a high pitch count from the pitcher, which could go against you, or you're going to knock him out. We're coming right after you and being aggressive. Right now, I think they're just being aggressive.
And this is swung on and missed, and the American League's leading hitter is ready once again. Stephen Thorwald comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Number 19 will drift over to his left a few steps as he takes it for the second out. Striding in once again, number 19. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far.
Like a big dog.
Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Well, he's having a good amount of success here, Dan, even though he hasn't really gotten a ton of swings and misses.
Yeah, it amazes me how every game you pitch can be so different, Matt. Sometimes it feels like guys can't touch you and you're just punching everyone out. But other times, you don't have your good stuff and you really rely on movement and location to get outs. That's been the case for him today, and it's really working.
Curveball, but he can't get him to chase it 1 and 2.
Yeah, doubled up on the slider away there. Got him to go after it before, so why not see if he'll offer at it again?
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Well, he kind of got caught chasing the first 2 pitches out of the strike zone. But I think he's caught on to their game a little bit right now. 2 tough pitches that he took with 2 strikes, and now the count is 2-2.
And this is heading out toward left field, but this is going to get fouled up into the crowd. Ready with another 2-2. 2-2 is a changeup that misses 3-2. Due up next is Salvador Perez. Boy, really making him work now as the 7th pitch of the at-bat is also fouled away, so the count will hold steady at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Oh, that's one he's going to want back right there. A fastball right in your wheelhouse, and you foul it.
And he misses there for ball 4, so runners are at first and second now with nobody out.
Yeah, the guy's been on fire lately, hitting anything close, so I think this is the way to go here. Get the bat out of his hands any way that you can.
Salvador Perez.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Thorwald has a beat on it. 1 down. The third baseman, Mike Moustakas, now. A hit in 2 tries so far. Now he'll step off.
Moustakas.
Let her rip right here. Let's go. Hey, see them driving.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Ground ball left side. And that's through into left, a base hit. The throw to the plate. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
Got to be a little bit frustrating. You get ahead of the hitter, you throw the pitch you want, you locate it, but you just miss your spot. It's got to be down just a little bit more in the zone. I think you might have got him.
The 0-1 on its way. And here's a ball hit in the air. And that will fall as he comes through. It's a base hit. Throw to second will be in time, but the run's going to come in and score.
Oh, man, I don't know how that happened. Looked to be a base hit to the outfield, but then all of a sudden the throw comes in and they get the force on the plate. To be honest, that just can't happen.
Digging in once again, number 19. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame.
Nope.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. 5 runs, 10 hits. 1 error so far for Kansas City. That swung on and missed. We're even at 1-1.
1-1. Hey, see it. Rip it. Here you go.
Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
Well, I kind of wonder if he's not being as aggressive as he was before that home run. Hey, this is a guy that can burn you again, so I don't really blame him.
Scooped up on the backhand. Off balance throw gets him. Nice play there. Next in at the plate is Ryan Healy. He's doubled and singled in 4 at-bats in this contest. Hit the other way out toward right field. Number 19 is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. But the time run. And tonight's one-run game comes to an end, 6-5 the final. Andres Quezada claims the win out of the pen, his first. Edmund Epps earns the save out of the bullpen, his 17th on the year. So that'll put a wrap on. Afternoon baseball now on a fine Sunday from Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. At the plate, number 19. First shot for him here as he comes in currently leading the junior circuit in hitting. Way behind that pitch. It's 0-1. Harold, these A's, as they begin play here this afternoon, they come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
And, Matt, you always want to win 2 of the 3 games. I mean, today is a big game because you walk away and you start adding up those numbers in the series. You go, we won 2 out of 3 there. That's the goal for every team, to win 2 out of 3 in the series. Well, there's no doubt what he was thinking on those first 2 swings, big power swings. Now he's got to dial it back a little bit and try to put that ball in play.
Inside and high with that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And this pitch is swung on and missed, and the AL's leading hitter. So coming to the plate, number 19. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the 3rd. Way late on the fastball for strike 1.
Well, he's got himself in a little bit of a jam, but I tell you what, he doesn't. Good a job as anybody. First and second, 2 outs. Now watch how he pitches on the corners and tries to get himself out of this.
0-1. Here's the pitch. A wave and a miss.
2 strikes.
Just a tick behind a good fastball. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Ball swung on and hit high down the line in left, but it'll get back in among the crowd, so the count holds at 0-2. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Ready for another shot now. Stephen Dorward. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one.
Dorward.
Ready on 3-1. Here it comes. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends. Digging in to try it again, number 19.
And if you didn't know, he was recently awarded the American League Player of the Month award.
Good lead off his second there. Now the pitch. Now a swing and a fly ball. And that nearly broke our scoreless tie. Instead, it's a foul ball.
Hey, let it rip one time.
And he gets him to swing through that one. He's
at the count 0-2.
in control, 0-2. Hits her. They're now even at 4 apiece.
Hey, be patient. Get your pitch, huh? Your pitch only, huh?
Line drive to left. That's in there. Base hit. Now this is cut and thrown to first. And he is back safely at first, and that was almost trouble. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Tim Chacon. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Oh, and he breaks, and they've got him picked off. No runs, 5 hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. Prior to the 3-2, we'll look to first. And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely.
Get your pitch up there. Let's go.
And another throw over. And they got him.
Out.
Decisions. Like that have to be made.
Next in at the plate is Ryan Healy. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. 0-1 count. Here it comes. fly ball out to straightaway right. Number 19 is there now to put this one away for the third out. Into the box now, number 19. He'll hit from the right side of the batter's box against the left-handed pitcher. First pitch hacking here. And that's the first strike.
Oh, it looks like he's trying to play hero right there. Trying to play hero. One big swing, and he wanted to end it.
And, boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now.
Oh, wow, that's what they call a jam sandwich. Wow, not much you can do with that pitch that's in tight.
Now a drive to right. Field. This could do it. Game over. Walk-off home run. Solo shot to right center. And with one swing of the bat, this ball game is over. Not a lot of fireworks, but that narrows the candidate list for our top player of the game. And the man you see here was a key contributor, so he takes it home in this one. Tuesday night baseball now from the home of the Astros, Minute Maid Park in Houston. Digging in the switch hitter, number 19, is back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. And Harold, these Astros entering play here tonight. They've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Yeah, Matt, I mean, it's been a pretty good homestand. They're 3-1 right now. They're playing good baseball, but that 4-1 really kind of separates them. That's why today's game's important.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And he pushed it just a bit too much. It'll wind up a foul ball. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. He'll try again, 1-2. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes. And that will retire the... Digging in for his second at-bat, number 19. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
All right, you got this. Let's go. Let's go.
He waits. Now the pitch. First pitch here misses wide, 1-0.
Now, I'm sure these infielders know it, but this hitter can burn down the baseline. So if he puts a ground ball in play, the defense is going to have to make a perfect turn to turn 2.
All right, one time, right here. Big hit right here.
From the belt, kicks and deals. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
He's got a couple of pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. It might be time to take a step back and try to refocus and making some good pitches.
I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away.
Hey, let her rip, let her rip.
Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. And he misses again. Ball 3.
Couldn't be a whole lot better situation to hit in now. 3-1, 2 on. He's got to be thinking he's going to get a pitch he can drive right here.
Now a move over to first, and the runner back in standing.
Let it fly. Let's go. Trust your stuff.
Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. Throw to second will be in time, but the run's going to come in and score. But one's all they were ever going to get, and the inning will continue. Digging in to try it again, Bob Laker. 0 for 1 here in the early going. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. 3 runs on. Ready for another shot now, number 19. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. And the runner back.
Hey, have a rip at it up there, huh?
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Line to the right side. In there, base hit, and that ought to get the run in from third. So he's able to come through here with 2 away, and that's a good time to check out our RBI leaders on the league leaderboard. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Striding in once again, Bob Laker. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far.
Laker.
Runner.
He's running towards second. Popped high in the air. Altuve is there for it. And the inning is over. So it's digging in and looking for more. Sean Booth. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Under it is the right fielder, and he hauls to the inning. And the throw from right will not be in time as he takes. Digging in once again, number 19. Switch hitter batting left here. And a half-hearted swing there as he tried to go the other way, and it's strike 1.
I'll tell you, if I'm on the hill, I'm throwing that changeup again. Didn't look like he picked it up very well out of his hand.
And he lays off for ball 1. 4 runs, 8 hits, 1 error so far for Kansas City. 1-2 as the changeup had him out in front there.
Well, clearly he's not sitting changeup with that swing. I like the early changeup. Now it sets up your fastball and all your other off-speed stuff, because now the changeup, anything faster than that, he's got him off balance now.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And a fastball just a bit high. Crowd gets up for the 3-2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going.
Go, kid. One time right here.
Swing, and that's hit out of play up into the plaza level. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat. Tonight's game comes to an end. 5-1 the final score. Rocco Phillips wins his 3rd of the season. So that's a wrap. Now from Safeco Field in Seattle, MLB The Show is on the air. It'll be spring training Diamond Dynasty action in this one between the All-Stars and the Mariners. Mariners baseball comes your way next. Jose Ramirez is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning. 1-0. Here's a high pop-up. Cano is there for it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Time now to give you a look at the batting order for the visiting squad. What are the keys to success for them today, Harold?
Matt, they're facing an excellent pitcher. Look, and what great pitchers do, they get stronger as the game goes on. So to me, you got to get him early. I want to see if they take pitches, maybe try to work the count a little bit, get that pitch count up, and maybe see if they can get him weaker as he goes deeper into the game. But it's going to be a challenge, no doubt. Looked like he was sitting on the hard stuff right there. Stayed right on it, stayed with it. Hard line drive. Great game plan.
Jake Lamb.
Jake Lamb standing in now as he rips it on the ground to second. And that's just past the grasp of Cano into center, a base hit.
Matt, I love this offense, and they're deep. Now, they got the leadoff guy out. But then all of a sudden the two-hitter and the three-hitter get hits, and before you know it, you're in trouble.
And that brings in the power-hitting shortstop Trevor Story. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. He's ready. Here's the first offering. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball one.
Well, I think that's a great spot for that pitch. In on the hands. It wasn't a strike, but if he can command the movement in there, he's going to be very effective in this one.
A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him. Time to check our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Freddie Ferguson.
Yeah, Matt, Freddie might call a few strikes below the knees in this one, but he tends to get pretty good reviews. Players don't argue a whole lot. He's consistent. He almost never impacts the game in a negative way.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And here's a ball hit in the air. Cruz on the move, but this will wind up being a foul ball.
A lot of times you see guys in the middle of the order get worked away, but not right here. They're keeping it inside on him.
1-2. Here it comes. Fastball at the knees, maybe even below the knees, but it's strike 3 called, and there are 2 away.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
Chris Davis is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. So Sean Manaea, a lefty from Indiana, is on the mound here. Harold, any thoughts?
Well, he's got 4 pitches to work with and uses them all at all different times in the game. So he keeps hitters off balance and gives you a lot to think about.
Second pitch is chopped foul right at home plate, and he's behind now 0-2.
Well, he's out in front of that breaking ball right there. Not surprised. I was after that fastball. Nice job of pitching, kind of keeping him off balance.
I'm pretty surprised by the location on those last 3 pitches. The book on him is that he hits them.
But this is gloved over there at first as he was in the right spot at the right time. 1 away. With a moment here in Seattle, a look at the Mariners starting lineup. HR, how do they send their fan base home happy here today?
Well, Matt, this is a pitcher's ballpark. You can hit your best ball, and it's not going to get out of the ballpark. It's going to end up being a fly out. It allows the pitcher to challenge you more. So as a hitter, you have to get out of your mind worrying about the ball not carrying and understanding I'm probably going to get more fastballs than I normally do and be a little more aggressive.
Line towards center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Back-to-back line drives. Now, the first guy was out, but, man, they're swinging the bat pretty good. These 2 guys saw him pretty good. Let's see what happens now.
Now a throw over, and he has to dive, but he's back in easily. Here's Nelson Cruz now as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Waiting on it, the center fielder. And that's the 2nd out of the inning. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. So the runner at first here with 2 gone in the inning and set to stand in the fine second baseman Robinson Cano. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Throw over to first. Runner's back. 1-0 pitch on the way. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
He might want that pitch back up and away. That's a pitch you can really drive if you have the right approach towards that opposite field gap.
And a bluff move here to first, but it won't draw a throw. And they pitch out here, but nothing's happening. Ball 2. 2-1. Here it is. A fastball that just misses inside.
3-1 count to this guy. You don't want to challenge him right here. Don't give him anything to hit. No, no, no. Keep it on the corner.
Benintendi will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Settling in now, Gary Sanchez. He'll lead things off here against Giovanni Gallardo.
Gary Sanchez.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. And this is hauled in on the run for the out, and he had a lot of ground to cover to get to that one.
Time for a look at the majestic defensive alignment for the Mariners. And I'm looking at first base at Yonder Alonso. When I watch him pick a ball to the dirt, it reminds me when, one, he was a catcher, but two, his brother-in-law is Manny Machado. Imagine the workouts they have in the offseason.
If you're going to catch up to a high fastball like that, it's all about getting that front foot down in enough time to allow your hands to start moving forward. He was way too late there.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. The 1-2 coming from Gallardo. Now this is swung on, and here's another fly ball out to right field. Cruz has a long run, but he takes charge for route number 2.
Batting 8.
Now at the plate, Sean Manaea. He'll get to take his first cuts here. This is on the ground over to first. Alonso is there, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So they go quietly here in this half inning. Ready now, Yonder Alonso. He'll get us going here in the bottom half of the second.
Yonder Alonso.
And he gets ahead 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play.
Oh, he's clearly hitting off the fastball right there. You don't hit one that hard if you're not looking for it.
And another foul ball. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Another one sent foul. Neither guy giving in here, and they'll do it again.
That's 4 foul balls in a row. He's battling, no doubt.
Here's another 0-2. And this is going to be a foul ball in amongst the spectators.
This has turned into quite an at-bat. That's 5 foul balls. He's seeing a lot of pitches.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Ready with another 0-2. And certainly no offer at that one. It's 1-2.
That ball's not even close, but I think he probably tried to throw that out of the zone on purpose. Maybe get him to chase or give him some kind of different look. He's fouling off everything.
That's a good take on that fastball there. You know he's looking for something up there to drive, but that was just a little above his happy zone. Not everyone has the discipline to hold back on those.
Hit on the ground out to short. Story brings it in. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
All right, here's how the visitors are lining up defensively, courtesy of Majestic. And I'm looking at Trevor's story. What is the story with Trevor? We heard that enough his rookie year. He was hitting all kinds of moonshot homers. But I think his defense got overlooked. When I put him side by side in the breakdown with Troy Tulowitzki, you know which one's the real Troy Tulowitzki? He's that much of a clone.
Running hard. He's digging for second. And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
Man, I love this angle. Looking right down the right field line, you can see that he generates his power from his lower half, taking it down the line for a clean double. Great look there.
And that'll bring up Ben Gamble. And there's a swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch to start him out. 0-1. 0-1 pitch on its way. And this one gets away. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
That can be a tough read as a run.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
It's Sunday morning. Welcome to Inside the Show. Starting out west in the American League, the Stros launched 3 home runs as they grabbed the win against the visiting Athletics 5-4. The Mariners tallied 5 home runs overall as they pounded the Indians 12-4. The Rangers allowed 5 hits in the game as they defeated the visiting Angels 4-3. The Yankees combined to give up just 5 hits as they walked off in extra innings against the O's 2-1. The Rays beat the Blue Jays in Toronto 2-1. Jose Quintana earned the 3rd W of his season, leading the Cubs to a win over the Red Sox 5-2. The Tigers took down the Chi Sox in front of a home crowd 2-1. The Royals got 18 hits as they grabbed the win over the visiting Twins 12-2. The Pirates knocked out 10 hits as a team as they took down the Fish in Miami 6-1. Tanner Roark won his 4th game thus far, leading Washington to a win against the Mets 5-1. The Brewers took down the visiting Braves 3-0. The Reds stopped their 6-game losing streak as they beat the Cardinals on the road 7-5. With the first-year player draft behind us, here's what happened on the diamond yesterday. Starting in the AL West, the Indians hit 3 long balls as they grabbed the win against the visiting Athletics 5-2. In other Indians news, right fielder Lonnie Chisenhall will be out of action for a few days according to team reports. He's dealing with a pulled muscle in his leg. The Astros brought out the brooms in a 3-game sweep as they defeated the Twins in the Twin Cities 6-2. The Atlanta Braves completed a 3-game series sweep as they pulled off the win against the Angels in Orange County 3-1. The Colorado Rockies cracked 14 hits overall as they bested the Mariners in Safeco Field 6-4. The Texas Rangers got 11 overall hits as they beat the visiting Rays 10-6. Roberto Osuna won his first game of the season as the Blue Jays got the win against the Reds 5-4. The New York Yankees put together 10 hits total as they beat the O's in Baltimore 5-2. The Red Sox finished off a 3-game sweep as they beat the White Sox on the South Side 10-6. The Kansas City Royals earned the 3-game series sweep as they defeated the visiting Tigers 6-0. The Marlins held their opponent to just 2 hits as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 6-1. The Brew Crew went deep 4 times as they grabbed the extra innings win over the Mets 7-5. The Pittsburgh Pirates brought out the brooms in a 3-game sweep as they took down the visiting Diamondbacks 3-1. Happy Saturday morning to you. Here's the news and results from Friday. Starting in the AL West, Garrett Cole earned the win, his 4th this season, as Oakland took care of the Braves 7-2. In other Braves news, relief pitcher Arodys Vizcaíno is listed as day-to-day, but is not expected to see any time on the DL. He is dealing with a bruised arm. The Rangers combined for 10 hits as a team as they beat the Seattle Mariners smacked 15 team hits as they got the victory in extras against the Angels 6-5. The Stros allowed only 5 hits as they defeated the visiting Yankees 5-2. The Bo Sox totaled 11 hits as a team as they beat the Blue Jays in Toronto 8-5. The Tampa Bay Rays combined to allow only 4 hits as they beat the O's in Baltimore 4-2. The Cleveland Indians knocked out 12 hits as a team as they took down the Tigers in Detroit 9-1. Byron Buxton stole the show with 6 RBIs on 3 home runs, leading Minnesota past the Royals 9-6. Andres Blanco was a force at the plate with 3 long balls and 4 RBIs, leading the Fightin' Phils over the Mets 5-2. Jake Arrieta earned the victory while striking out 11 as the Cubs got past the Reds 4-2. He is currently leading the National League in strikeouts. The Miami Marlins amassed 14 hits in the game as they grabbed an extra innings win over the Brewers 7-5. The Pirates grabbed 13 hits in the game as they defeated the visiting Giants 8-4. Bryce Harper had a great day driving in 5 on 3 hits, helping lead Washington past the Redbirds 6-4. Zach Godley grabbed the victory, his 4th of the year, leading the D-backs over the Rockies 3-1. The Los Angeles Dodgers got together to allow 4 hits as they grabbed a victory over the Padres at Petco Park 4-1. They now have 5 straight wins. And that'll do it for today. Enjoy the games, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. The beginning of the work week, and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting out west in the American League, the A's allowed 5 hits in the game as they sank the Mariners 11. The trade deadline looms large. Welcome to Inside the Show. Starting in the AL West, the Oakland Athletics cracked 16 hits on the day as they sent their crowd home happy in extra innings with a walk-off win against the Twins, 6-5. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim got 12 hits in this one as they got the extra inning victory over the Blue Jays, 7-6. The Stros pitched well, allowing 3 hits as they took down the Tigers in Detroit, 2-0. The Metropolitans total 11 hits as they bested the Mariners in Safeco Field 6-5. The Texas Rangers combined for a 4-hitter as they blew out Baltimore 6-0. The Rays totaled 11 hits as a team as they took down the Yankees in the Bronx 4-1. The Boston Red Sox knocked out 10 hits as a team as they grabbed the win against the visiting Royals 6-1. The Indians launched 3 home runs as they beat the White Sox on the south side 10-6. The Marlins totaled 13 hits as a team as they grabbed the win against the visiting Reds 9-4. Anthony Rendon needed only a triple to hit for the cycle as the Nationals took care of the Rockies 6-4. The Braves only allowed 2 hits in the game as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park 2-0. The Milwaukee Brewers got 11 overall hits as they nabbed the win against the visiting Cubs 8-2. The Arizona Diamondbacks grabbed 13 hits in the game as they beat the Cardinals on the road 7-2. Logan Forsythe was hot at the plate, collecting 3 hits in the game as the Dodgers defeated the rival Giants 4-3. The win was their 6th in a row. The Buccos dropped 4 home runs in this one as they grabbed a victory over the Padres at Petco Park 4-1. That's the show for today. Tune in tomorrow for all the latest news and rumors as the trade deadline approaches. The month of August is coming to a close, and tomorrow rosters will expand. But first, here's what happened in yesterday's action. Starting in the AL West, the Angels combined to allow only 4 hits as they grabbed the win against the visiting Athletics 3-1. Ubaldo Jimenez got his 7th win out of the bullpen as the Orioles defeated the Mariners 4-3. Also in Mariners news, starting pitcher Ariel Miranda will not be in the lineup for the next couple of days. He's dealing with an abdominal strain. Brad Peacock grabbed win number 9 this year, leading the Stros to a win over the Rangers 6-2. The Cleveland Indians combined to give up just 5 hits as they took down the Yankees in the Bronx 1-0. They now have 6 straight victories. The Red Sox got together to allow 4 hits as they beat the Blue Jays in Toronto 2-1. The Royals held their opponent to just 2 hits as they beat the visiting Rays 2-0. The Chicago White Sox swung it well with 15 hits in this one as they pulverized the Twins. The final postseason teams are jockeying for position. Welcome to Inside the Show. Starting out west in the American League, the Rangers put together 10 hits total as they grabbed the win against the visiting Athletics 5-4. In other news out of Oakland, Garrett Cole punched out his 200th batter of the season in yesterday's action. Looking at the standings, the Rangers sit in 4th place in the American League West. They're over 20 games out of first, while the Athletics are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Mariners allowed only 5 hits as they pulled off the win against the Angels in Orange County 3-1. Heading into today, the Angels sit in 3rd place in the American League West division. They're 15 games back, while the Mariners are 2nd in the division, but they currently hold a spot in the AL wildcard race. Dallas Keuchel got the victory on the mound, and his win total climbs to 22 on the year, leading the Astros to a win over the Red Sox 5-1. He is among the AL leaders in wins. Right now, the Red Sox sit in 2nd place in the American League East Division, but they currently lead the AL wildcard race, while the Astros are in 1st place in the AL West, a sizable 7 games ahead of 2nd. Nick Tepesch earned the victory, which was his 10th on the year, helping lead the Blue Jays over the Yankees 4-2. As of today, the Yankees are in 4th place in the AL East, 16 games out of first, and the Blue Jays are atop the division, 2 games up on 2nd place. The Tampa Bay Rays total 11 hits as they took down the visiting Orioles 3-2. Looking at the standings, the Rays are in 3rd place in the AL East, 14 games back. And the Orioles are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Indians cracked 16 hits on the day as they took down the Chi Sox in front of a home crowd 9-1. Heading into today, the Indians are atop the AL Central. They are more than 10 games ahead of 2nd, while the White Sox are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Diamondbacks had 12 hits as a team as they beat the Royals in Kauffman Stadium 6-4. Right now, the Royals sit in 3rd place in the American League Central. They're over 20 games out of first. And the Diamondbacks are in 2nd place in the NL West. They're over 20 games out of first. Matt Boyd collected his 5th win in relief, helping lead the Tigers past
Now from the home of the Rangers, there's a good look at Globe Life Park here in Arlington. Stepping up now, Chris Davis. His career numbers. Against this pitcher, 4 for 10. He's taken him deep once. Here comes the first pitch. And a whiff at a good slider that time. Harold, this Ranger ball club as they begin play, they're on a nice little run. Winners of 4 of their last 5 ball games.
Yeah, Matt, they've been really hot. They're playing great baseball right now. And then they come in here and win the first 3, and they add on to that streak. It's really impressive. So the streak is starting to carry this club. They look like a good team right now.
DeShields is there, and he puts this one away for the... So... Coming to the plate, Ryan Rua. He'll get to take his first cuts here. The 0-2 home. Fly ball out toward left center field. Davis on the move. Makes the play, 1 away. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Striding in once again, Chris Davis. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Davis.
First pitch coming. Here it is. A line shot to third base. Ready once again. Chris Davis. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. Here's the first pitch to him. Hit to short. Fielded cleanly. Here's a flip to Odor covering, and the inning is over. Here's Chris Davis now. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Chopped weakly to the left. On to first, and the A's fail to cash in here as the side is. Here's Drew Stubbs now. He's gone hitless in this one, Dan, and he's not alone.
No, he's not, Matt. This lineup has had no answer to their opponent on the mound so far.
Lifted in the air out towards left center. Davis is under it. 2 down. A 2-0 finish today. Sean Manaea earned his 9th win of the year. Tyson Ross pitched well, allowing only 2 earned.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to this Saturday morning edition of Inside the Show. Let's take a look at the latest news from around Major League Baseball. Bryce Harper grabbed 3 runs driven in as the Nats downed the Tribe 5-4.